Okay, alright guys, welcome back. So on the previous tutorials, what we are done, we finalized like uh, validating the password fields, right? So what we are going to do for this tutorial, we are going to make the user to be able to change the password. So what we are going to do, we are going to make a function which is called change password. Okay, which is going to take two attributes. The first one is going to be the user ID and then the password. So the password for sure is gonna be the password that the user have typed. Okay. Sorry, we don't need this part. For the user ID, if you remember from our previous tutorials, in the initialized file, we have made a session that will store the user ID of a particular user that is logged in here. Okay. So I'm gonna use that ID here, which I'm gonna copy, and I'm gonna paste here. Okay, so what we are going to do on the users file, we are going to define this function which is called change password. So I'm going to copy this thing and I'm going to use function here and I'm going to paste change password. I don't want this part. So it's going to take two parameters. The first one is going to be the user ID. I'm just writing the definition, that's all. Then nextly it's going to take the password. Okay, so to protect myself from SQL injection, I'm gonna cast this variable into integer that the user will not be able to type strings or something like that. So I'm gonna use int here and I'm gonna pass the user ID. Then the other thing is gonna be I have to encrypt this password into MD5. Then I'm gonna use password and I'm gonna type MD5 function here and I'm gonna pass the password here. So sweet. So we are ready to pass our query. Okay, so I'm gonna type MySQL query here. It's gonna be an update query. Update. The table is gonna be users. Okay, update users, and I'm gonna set the password field to be equals to the password, the MD5 decrypted password, or the new password. If I run this query, it's gonna just update all of my users table passwords into the password that the user have entered. So I have to give it some restriction. Okay, the restriction is gonna be according to their user ID. So I'm gonna type where the user ID is gonna be the user ID. Okay, so nice. So I have called this function here. Yeah, the password, yeah, I don't have made a mistake, just type new here, new password. Okay, then what I will do after this thing is setted, I want to pass, or I want to redirect the user to other page. Okay, the page is gonna be the change password itself, but I'm gonna pass a get parameter there. Okay, and if this get parameter is setted, I'm going to say that your password is successfully set or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to use change password.php and I'm going to pass success here, which is get. Okay, then what I will do, I will come here and I will say I will run php here if is set a $_gate called success, which I have passed through the URL here. I'm gonna copy this thing and I'm gonna paste. I have to use two quotes here, and as well, if this field is empty, which is $_gate success here, I'm gonna say, or I'm gonna echo out, you have changed your password successfully. Okay, successfully. But else I want to add the form here, so I'm gonna close my bracket here, or what's called brace or something, parenthesis, I don't care. Anyways, I'm gonna close this thing out. Okay, so I will come here and reload my page. So let me type my real password here and let me convert this thing into Tensei here. Let me type Tensei here and press enter. It says you have changed your password successfully. So let me log out from here and type my new password, or let me try my old password, it's gonna say your username and password combination is invalid. Okay, so I'm gonna type my real password here. So I'm gonna log out. So I already made changing password functionality. So that's what we have to see on this tutorial. Then we already seen it. So I'll keep on pushing, and I'm gonna teach you some a little bit advanced things on the upcoming tutorials. So till we meet on the next tutorial, keep on liking, keep on loving, keep on subscribing my channels, and keep on loving programming. Peace and love. Ciao.